Hi, I'm Jillian with Spellbound Furniture, and today I'm going to show you my favorite way to remove old finish. First thing I do before I work on any piece is test them for lead. These tests are super simple. Either it stays orange or it goes into this maroon color if it's positive for lead. I unfortunately have ran into pieces that have tested positive for lead. It's better to be safe than sorry. These tests are available on Amazon. I'll link them below. You just take out a swab, dip it in water, and then swab over your piece of furniture and then wait. This piece came out negative, so we're good to go. I always start off my furniture prep with a good clean with simple green. That's my favorite degreaser, but you could use whichever you'd like. I always get asked, why clean your piece if you're just going to strip it? Because you don't want that grease and grime going into the grain of the wood. You don't want that in there. Now it's time to remove that old finish. We're using QCS's finish removing system by Stripwell. I recommend getting the gallon, especially if you have a lot of projects. Has a sprayer on top, very convenient. QCS stands for quick, clean, simple, and let me show you how easy it is. Here's the top of the table. It's definitely seen better days. The old finish is starting to flake off, so we're going to first saturate the whole entire area and wait about 20 to 30 minutes for that finish to lift. While that's lifting, I'm going to show you how to remove the finish from these spindles, which is always a tough area. So you're going to saturate some steel wool. This is 000 steel wool. You do not want to use anything coarse or it'll scratch the wood. You just want to keep scrubbing at that spindle with the steel wool. You'll see the finish is starting to lift there. You'll notice I'm not wearing any gloves. That's because QCS is non-toxic and environmentally friendly, so it's not going to burn your skin. You don't have to worry. No calls to poison control, which I've done more than I'd like to admit with other products. It's safe to use around children or pets, which is great when you have to work inside, especially in these cold months. Here's a clear comparison of how great it works. Look at the difference between the top and the bottom. About 20 minutes have passed, and you can see here that the top finish is starting to lift, so I just scrape it off with a plastic scraper. I don't recommend using a metal one because I've made the mistake before putting big gouges in the wood, and I don't want you to go through that frustration. You can see here a good majority of that old finish is lifting on the first go. I'm going to go over that area again. So just again, you saturate the whole entire area and wait until you see more starting to lift. Here you can see it bubbling up even more. It's so satisfying to scrape off this old nasty finish. Many people ask, why do you do this first? Why don't you just get right into sanding? Well, because it could eat up a lot of sanding disc if you go about it that way. It's a lot easier to just get all this gunk off and then go in with your sander. I want to show you how safe this product is. This is all the gunk I scraped off, and here I am putting it on my hand. No burning sensation. If you've stripped with chemicals before, you know if you get that on your hands, it'll eat through your gloves and it burns. Now, for any tough parts, I also go in with the steel wool. You just always want to make sure to saturate it. I'm definitely going to use it on this weird red mark that's ingrained in the wood, but you can see here, look at that all lifting up. Now that I'm done with the finish remover, I'm going to use the second part of the QCS system, which is their surface cleaner. You just spray down the entire area, and then look how it removes any residue that's left over from stripping that finish. This makes cleanup so easy, and it gets rid of all the residue and allows your piece to start drying out. Their surface cleaner could also be used alone as a deglosser. So instead of doing a scuff sand, you could just use the surface cleaner. So just a reminder of where this table started off, and here is the result. This came out so good. Just a swipe of the sander and this will be down to raw wood. You can only get QCS on their website, stripwell.com. Use code SPELLBOUND10 for 10% off. I'll link all other products I used today below. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to sound off in the comments for any questions you have, and hit that subscribe button to see the full transformation of this table and more to come.